Assalamu alaikum. My name is Amana Komal and I'm the part of lezen as well. It's a great blessing for me to be with you guys. We will be having workshop sessions and rest of the learning material with you. I want my co-worker to introduce herself as well.
Assalamu alaikum lezen. I'm Anita Naveen. We welcome you all. I'm really very happy to be part of this lezen team. I'm a co-host during this training session. I'll be sharing interesting things which we learn from UK and other countries, and I hope you all will enjoy and learn a lot from our trainings.
Thank you. The first thing I wanted to mention and to clear here is lezen vision. That why we have planned to make this, an education system. So the lezen vision is to bringing people together. Why? It's to reflect on the noble purpose of education. You could have now questions in your mind that there are so many education systems running these days. But yes, we are more focusing just not only the academic, but on the other prime goals as well. So this could be, very good, a great academic work for all the kids or students, even for the teachers. Because these days you could see that teachers are very much burdenized. Kids are very burdenized. So we have planned a very stressless work, very stressless environment for both teachers and for the students. Formally, I'm going to introduce the topic for today's workshop, for today's meeting, what we are going to have here. It's the introduction of lezen education system first, and the style of lezen education teaching, and the classroom environment. These are the new things for you, so you might get confused. So no need to be confused. I'm going to mention here that you can, write your questions, all the queries, whatever you feel or didn't understand during this, after watching this, video. So lezen has decided to give many workshops, weekly, monthly, and all kind of refresher courses, which gonna give you a great overview of international standard of teaching. First question, what is international standard? It's because you can see that everybody's getting, technology and, teaching through very different gadgets. So yes, that's a good step. We should go for that as well. We are working on gadgets and international techniques as well. But the international studies of meeting international need is just not based on technology. It's all about to get a knowledge of, newly learning techniques. When we were kids, we did not get this kind of, environment or very easy and relaxed system. Even nowadays, schools are very burdenized. It's because so much books pressure, test, and papers, exams. So you are going to get a good news. It's that we are not going to have any exam in kindergarten level. So no exam at all. Okay, and there is a big no for daily books. So it's a big books-free environment as well. Now I'm gonna, excuse me, I have some listed down, few points I'm gonna explain you. So following Finland study is our main goal. Why? Good question. It's because Finland is the top in education these days. You can even search online as well. Why? It's because they have very less burden for kids as well as for teachers. So mostly they work on the concepts of a child instead of, giving him so much work for writing, for reading.
Randomization.
Exactly.
System.
It's very common here. So instead of cramming and just working on that, we are just working on conceptual work. For example, you can give a good example of maths here.
In maths, they in Pakistan, what they usually do 1, 2, 3, 4, which is not good. In our team in lezen, we'll give different kinds of interesting strategies. A teacher can teach using number letters and using their hand palms for their senses, and
yes,
etc.
We are actually working on sensory education as well. It's because not only that we are following some kind of specific, teaching or schooling. It's all about, like, lezen is all about the mixture. Wherever we get the good thing, we are adopting it and trying to make it in our, layout, how to design it. So we all, our team, the rest of the members, we're going to introduce you as well later. So they all just focus on what is the good thing in you, what is the good thing in me. So all the good qualities combined together is lezen actually. So talking about the old style or typical style of teaching, I have one very good example which always, a great problem in my childhood was like, why always 2 plus 2 is 4? I was always confused when I was a child. Never my teachers tried to tell me or my parents to tell me that there can be different way of addition. So 3 plus 1 is also 4. 0 plus 4 is also 4. So the number quantity was the same for me. But now we have not this kind of problems. So we have different ways. So this is why we are more focusing on Finland education system. They have very less teaching teaching work, but very few kids with more material, with more work in a group. So conceptual and hands-on practical experience is very good there. So let's talk about what lezen has designed for kids. So the first thing is learning approaches. Would you like to explain about learning approaches here? Which are especially for kids of the age 3 to 6?
Learning approaches, it's like first you need to know about child individuality,
exactly.
How his need, his
psychologically, socially, right?
His level of digestion, and psychologically you have to understand him, and then you can approach him or her through their level of interest.
Yes, and a very good word which you used before that, the sensory motor skills. How a child can develop his sensory motor skills more sharply with the rest of the activities which we have planned. We are not going to discuss here, but we have, the palm gripping, holding, like motor skills, the tripod of holding the pencils. We have worked on it as well. So now lezen system introduced books-free environment. We are going to focus on group work, and I will explain you how you're going to have the group work. We will be introducing learning center. So this is something really new and actually meet the international levels. Learning center, I'm going to explain it later. I'm just going to give you the topics right now. So learning through play, that's very exciting for teachers plus kids. Learning through play. Instead of telling you this is two, we can have, different activities and through which a child can play and learn. And it's all about stress-free, because when there are no books, no exams, I think it's a great stress-free excitement for teachers as well. But we do have assessment, and which we are going to, provide the school for respective assessments. After every topic or theme, we are going to have, assessments. I want you to tell them that we have taken a great step for in English for the reading, raising a good reader.
Yeah, we have used Jolly Phonics, which is very great to build child's vocabulary and to enhance their reading skills. Right. Yeah.
So Jolly Phonics is internationally based reader series. You could even search through Google. I'm just telling you it's because you should, search about the things which lezen is going to provide you. So that it's good to have a knowledge of these. The basic reason to choose Jolly Phonics is to make a child independent learner, to understand what the print means, to decode through the pictures. Through the picture, a child can easily identify. For example, it's a box. Okay, it's a box. You can see that. Paper. So the most focus is on English. Instead of telling him, ये कागज है, इसको इंग्लिश में पेपर कहते हैं, ये इस पे लिखा हुआ है, इसको इंग्लिश में प्रिंट कहते हैं. And print has some meaning, like लिखे हुए का कुछ मतलब होता है. So instead of going to two way of languages, we should focus on one way of language. I know their mother language is Urdu or whatever their culture or regional language is, but our focus is to teach them direct method of English instead of grammar translation method. So the child concept is always whenever you're gonna hold it, they will say paper. They will not say ye kagaz hai, ye paper kehlata hai. So you got my point here. So teachers will be less burdenized. How? It's because we are here to plan for you. Even the lessons, even the videos which you are going to show them, which sort of material you need over there, we have, designed everything for you. So no need to be upset. Internationally teaching strategies, yes, here we are for telling you, for teaching you through the workshops. These are very helpful. So you will learn how internationally you're going to meet the standards of teaching, how to make a child-centered class actually. Now no more teacher-centered class, no teacher talk. Teacher talk will be less and child talk will be more. The most important thing in which Pakistani are lacking these days. First, I plan to have a question, leave this phrase as a question for you, but now I'm going to explain it, is we are very much lacking in moral values to make our child, practically, personally, a complete personality. You might have seen very good kids, those who are good in, spoken understandings, but they don't have manners. They are, lack in a good personality, the good traits, good habits.
Courtesy words.
Exactly. They don't use even courtesy words. If you go outside in the park or some restaurant areas, you could see that problems. They are not listening to their parents. Why? It's because they have never been taught about it. So when nobody gonna teach me A, B, C, how can I identify this one is A, this one is B, and this one is C? If nobody will tell me that touching fire can burn your hand, how could I get it? Through experience? Obviously, because nobody told me. So this is what we are working on. We have planned great lessons for kids to talk about, to learn about personally, how to build their personal characters, right? So we will be discussing in that workshop. Now I want to introduce lezen classroom environment. So get ready. We have some teaching strategies or teaching style of lezen as well. I'm going to tell you and then I'm going to show you through the pictures. These are project methods. Have you ever heard about it? Okay. It's like making simple project. For example, it's a box. Okay, sorry, you could see now? It's a box, but after reading 3D shapes, they could identify it's made of square. How many square? How many faces? How many vertices? It's just a dummy here. But I have some cutouts, so a child can, glue, stick, paste, or whatever the activity related to the topic is. They can, make it. With their own hands, it will be, experimental, hands-on experience, and they will learn it themselves. Okay, this is why we are, focusing on group. Groups can be, many types, but here I'm going to discuss two types of major groups. It can be, all good children here, all bad children here. That's a very bad thing. Why? It's because you're going to label a child that this one is weak, he better sit with this. This one is, intelligent, I want this to make him here. No, we are not here for this. We are teachers. Please, 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 come on, come out of this old system or labeling child. Even if a child is weak, you are not supposed to say you are weak. It's because he might be weak today. He might be weak in this certain particular subject. He might be a good learner in maths. He can, do wonders in Urdu. So we are not here to restrict or label a child. Let them let them explore to learn themselves. You can facilitate them. Now the teacher role is here is just to facilitate their child. So this is how, when you are sitting in a group with 4 or 5 kids, you are just going to monitor and assist them. Don't say them, stop! Oh, you did yellow in tree. Instead of this, you could tell them, oh, have you ever seen a yellow tree? I've never seen. Oh, I think trees are green and the trunk is brown.
Sorry. Or you could show them real tree outside.
You could show them real tree, and if you are working, you can have a picture of a tree. You could say, oh, look. See, it's a green color. Oh, maybe you don't know where's the green color. So you could even understand that this of my child is not good in recognizing colors. Okay, that's the point. So you can have a, time to have one paper with you and can write it down. So you can use a paper. Okay, Amna is weak in color recognition. Okay, Moise is not able to work independently. He continuously needs my assistance. And this kind of remarks you are going to write on the worksheet. If the work is not about the worksheet, or it can be a practical work, so you can have written notes on with you. It's just because for you to make their result for report. It will call teacher's note. So you can have it. So it's a group work. Here you can have project. In a group you can have, experimental work. You can go out like taking round for plants. When you're learning about plants, teacher can take them out and show them real plants. And then a pot plant to show them this is the, a root is under this plant, leaves are out, or all the structure of plant here. So the most new thing for you is a circle time. I think this will take more of your time to understand, but I'm planning to have one single session for how to have a circle time. I have few pictures here. I'm going to show you. And then we have a talk time. That's a very good suggestion from one of our international colleague who shared it, that like when we are having a learning sessions, we having a moral values, subjects, studies, everything. We don't get time to, listen to a child. Yes, that's a valid point. So the talk time, we have designed a book. We didn't design it. We selected a book. You can see that 100 words and pictures. It's a very good book for discussing about different topics like family. You can have these and other subjects as well, but this is a proper talk time. Picture decoding. Okay. Always introduce the book with the title, with all the colors, whatever it is on the first page. Let the child, watch and observe clearly. Always talk about the writer, the illustrator, the one who used to draw. Always talk about the back cover. It's the proper, using of a book rule. When you will do it, your child will be able to, in a habit, or it's a development of a child to read every book with the title, who is the illustrator, who is the, writer, what is in the end. Because few books also talk about the rest of the series, but few don't. So if you like any book from the series, you can go and purchase it. So reading book has a great value. I will be having a detailed discussion on this as well. I'm just giving you touch of all the important things which you are going to have, problems or this kind of discussion you need on. So circle time I was talking about, I'm going to show you through a picture and then I will explain you. Okay, this is one kind of circle time.
Excuse me?
Okay. It's desktop only. So you could see there, sorry for that. So can you see a teacher sitting there and kids are sitting on the carpet. So she is just talking or telling something, and they are also, properly involved in it. I might, this is a group work. Independently, they are doing some kind of drawing or work, whatever the task is assigned. Okay, this is, you can see, for the games, right? How to, walk in the line or respected behavior values. Okay, you can see it's another corner. I didn't discuss about the corner, so I will, tell it. This is a circle time. Can you see that? Yes. So here what kids are doing, everyone is engaged. It's because teacher is telling them something, and that may be a noisy or, a naughty one. Every class has this kind of kids. So you can, make that child sit next to you and discuss something. Okay. So this is the introduction style. Introduction. They are giving introduction. Okay. This is also a group work. Can you see that teacher is also having one dummy work, you could say, and kids are following her. Like I was talking about plants. See that? Okay. Next. This is also a group activity on a circle period. They have made jelly, and teacher is going to show them how the jelly jiggle joggles. And they are raising their hands to eat. So the experimental real experience is there. They could see, they could learn J for jelly, how it's jiggle joggle. They could even see the real jelly. They could even eat and taste it as well. Okay. So it's also a group work. They're having some collage work. You could see that baskets and things are almost there. They just have to, independently pick it up, choose the color of their own choice. They're making butterfly, I think. Okay, it's another group work example. You could see that they are making plants with the Play-Doh. So instead of restricting them, no, don't, please. These are, not good words for child learning. And learning stops there. Here you could see they are reading and they are matching their books with other readers. That what's the difference? Independently. You could see that there is no teacher around them. Teacher might be taking pictures. Okay. Here you could see another circle time example. Teacher is, showing them the weather, the daily routine chart, and they all are listening to her very confidently and with great focus. You could see there a glowing work on the worksheets. Okay. That's another one for the reading. They are reading through the book. I think it's clear for you all. Okay, that's one. Fine. They are reading from the book first, and now they are making a sentence. The same they have read in the book. For example, they have read, this is the box. Now they are making, this is the box sentence with the words cut out. So such activities are very colorful and attractive for kids. Now teacher is asking them, involving kids to tell what they are doing, whatever the activity, what the introduction of the letter or the word or the sentence is. Can you see the involvement here? So it's very important for the teacher to come out of the hesitation style. She should act like whatever the topic is. If she will stay strict and don't move, they will not even do the same. So teacher is a great mentor. Kids always follow their teachers, right? So here you could see that. It's another introduction or circle time. So let's back to the next work. You might have, seen. Stop watching my desktop. Okay. So you might have get some, good understanding of the circle time. It's always on the carpet. In our classroom, the design of our classroom is in this way. It's always on the carpet. It's always in the morning. It's because kids are energetic in the morning. So you could introduce weather, date,
Day.
welcome them, one by one call them and let them, introduce themselves. For example, my name is Amana. I'm 6 years old and my class name is ECDL. And I'm very happy to come to school. Okay, she could also add, I'm a girl. Okay, next, I'm Abdullah. I'm 7 years old. I read in ECL. And I'm very happy to come to school. So, and Assalamu alaikum as well. Like, greeting habit is, very lacking. So this is the time where you could, make your child strong in it. Let them come and speak. So their shyness will be finished. They could be easy to, confidently talk, speak in front of the class, standing and all are watching. And they will get turned. They are learning so much through this. So teacher should do it for the first time. Then introduce the date and, how is the weather today outside? Like something in rhyming. It's windy, it's sunny today. So something rhyming is good for this age group. It's because they do take interest. And if somebody's crying and distracting, so they could quickly, turn towards, enjoy the rhyme sound. And always introduce day as well. Catch their interest. Instead of they have to sit and botherly watch or listen, their learning is just, there will be no impact of learning over there. So I hope you understand this all. Now I'm going to introduce a very difficult thing. I'm just kidding. It's not difficult. It's a very cool thing. Learning centers. Let's talk about learning center. And let's ask you, what is learning center? I'm going to show you some learning center. Before showing you, I'm going to tell you that we are going to have 4 learning center. What do you understand when I say learning centers in a classroom? What kind of learning is? Okay, it's all about learning, but because lezen wants their, kids to be independent learner, so we really want them to become independent. So the class scenarios like that we have learning centers of reading corner, writing corner, these all are for the skills, right? Reading corner will improve their reading skill, holding books, manners to use books. Writing corner will improve their writing habit, plus their writing, uses of writing, it's their free play to write, to draw, to color. There is free play area. It's always the most favorite area where a child is free to play with the toys, with the Lego games, with the blocks. What else we could have in play area? We could, I'm not going to, yes. It's a precise...
like animals, vegetables, right. Fruits.
Exactly. All kind of free things which they are allowed to use and play with them. And it will be their self-learning, correcting themselves. Like if I'm going to say, oh, look at this, it's a car. She could correct me. No, it's a tissue box. No, it's not a tissue box. How do you know it's a tissue box? So she could tell me that. Okay, why don't you tell me seriously? Because she might have seen tissue box and she could share her experience.
I could show her.
And she could show, no, if this box is without tissue. So she could tell, oh, it's in my home. I know it. It's because it's her experience. And then maybe. Now, if I'm going to say, oh, it's a marker. So she could correct me.
It's a pen.
How do you know it's a pen?
Actually, I have pen at home.
So they are learning themselves. And you could have, pen and pointer and ballpoint differentiation over there as well. So they are going to learn themselves independently. They are learning how to be a good socialized citizen, which we are lacking these days. They get patience, the most important thing. So we have reading, writing, free play area, and one corner is, which one is it?
Maths.
Maths corner, which we will use in maths time. That math table is going to use for both different subjects, for Urdu and maths. So in Urdu time, you could have Urdu material there, but in maths, you can have Urdu maths material there. And you will train your children to, you're not going to force them. Oh, oh, what you have done, it's Urdu period. And you are playing with maths material. No, this is not the way. Don't scare your child. So they never take chance to tell you something, or they start hiding things. So you could say, oh, really? You want to play with numbers? It's okay, but I think it's alphabet it's Urdu time. You can play with Urdu. And if a child is,
stubborn.
Yes, and they just wanted to play with maths, then no need to stop him. It's okay. They might in a mood to, learn about numbers. He might not good in recognizing number 2 after 1. This is the greatest problem our teachers faces. They never speak in a proper sequence. And if they are speaking, they never arrange them. So now I'm going to explain you each corner every time. So the class scenario is like, kids are coming out from the assembly. Okay. They're going to sit on the carpet. Teacher will, saying, hi, how are you? I'm very fine. Blah, blah things. Introduce herself. I'm talking about the daily routine, not for the, first 2 orientation sessions. No, we will be having great discussion on it, on orientation. So remember the main points I've discussed in this workshop and do write them down in a bullet. So, and you could have, rest of your questions over there. Teacher is here, introducing herself. Allow each child to come, stand and say, hi, my name is this, from day 1. It's very good. So after this, quickly, when all kids are done, okay, switch to the whiteboard, hold the marker, and you could say, okay, what date is today? Can anybody tell me? Okay, oh, nobody knows? Let me check the calendar. Do introduce things like this. Okay, so my calendar says, well, what day is today? What day is today? It's 17th.
Today is 17th.
Okay, today is 17th. I actually didn't know. I was searching on calendar. You could see that. Sorry, this way. So today is 17th. Oh, so what day is on 17th? Just the way I'm communicating with you is, very childish, to be very friendly, to be at their level. We don't understand child's level. It's because we are grown up and we think according to our level. Oh, it's 17, we know that. How? It's because you learned. They didn't. So tell them how to use calendar even. That doesn't mean to spend 1 hour to telling them calendar. They will learn, when you will, introduce calendar every day, they will learn it. Do tell them, okay, every day, date has a day. For example, okay, it's 17, so what date? Oh, it's Saturday, it's a weekend, but still we are here. That was just a kidding part. So for example, it's 19 and it's Monday, so introduce that. It's Monday. Wow, Monday is the first week. Monday is very cool. Just talk and start writing. The talking, I'm going to do it for you. I will need a whiteboard here. Next time I'm going to place my whiteboard next to me. So you just turn towards and writing Monday. Okay, can you see that? I'm going to do it here. Writing Monday and keep on talking, engaging them by saying, Monday is always cool. We could do this. Whatever the things comes in your mind. Or like on Tuesday, you could say, okay, which one is your favorite day? My favorite day is Friday. You know why? It's a half day and we can get 2 holidays. So take their, interest in the things. Instead of they just sit like this, crossing their arms, sitting like this. Okay, Monday, 18, 19, 2018, 17. That's not a learning style. We are not working for this.
Sing a song.
We are working for change, for difference, please. So no typical style. Okay, after introducing date, you could, start telling them, oh, how is the weather outside? Obviously, they don't know the word weather. You could introduce, there are 4 major weathers which we have in all seasons, right? So not 4, I think. Let me sing the song I could get. So you could sing, how is the weather, how, and tell them to do the same you are doing. If teacher will say, how is the weather, how is the weather, they will do the same. But if teacher is enjoying How is the weather? How is the weather? Or you could even clap. Today outside. You could even have a weather chart. So resources, these are all up to you, but here we are going to, give you a few ideas as well. It's rainy. It can be another song.
She could show them from the window as well.
Exactly. And I have a good suggestion for you. What I used to do when I was a teacher, I used to say, like, during the singing, with today outside, is it sunny? Continuously I'm singing, but one child is continuously distracting others and not even listening what teacher is saying. No interest in weather. He's continuously playing with the carpet,
Really?
shoes, laces. So I used to say, I want Ibrahim to go out and see the weather. That was so interesting for Ibrahim.
Great.
So he used to get up and go out and everybody's waiting for him and looking at the door like this and he came in. It's sunny today, ma'am. Then we draw sun. Oh, it's sunny. And when it's rainy, everybody wants to say we go outside. So you have to, focus on this as well. So this is how you can introduce things with their interest, with, curiosity. Wow, it's raining. What we are going to do today? You can even have this kind of discussion in the talk time, not in the circle time, because you have precise 15 minutes in which you have to introduce the date, day, weather, what else? Okay. Yes, you have to take attendance as well. Attendance is must in circle time. Then the 10 minutes, 5 minutes over, almost. 10 minutes are left. This is the time you could listen them and they will listen to each other. How? You will have a topic for discussion. Okay. Today we are going to discuss about Maths Corner. I think most kids don't like Maths Corner. What do you think, Sarah? Ma'am, I like Maths Corner because it's so much fun there. Okay. What about you, Amna? Ma'am, I don't like Maths Corner. Why? Okay. Ma'am, it's because it's so boring sometimes. I really don't like to play with the blocks or playing with the numbers. Okay, Sarah, the friends can even share them. You can be a friend, please. Sarah, you can play with the clock. Oh, really? Yes, clock is awesome. Have you ever rolled it down? Have you seen the numbers there? So let them explain and share and, balancing the reviews of each other. Okay. Next day you could have, my kids are, after the teaching you could feel that my kids are not good in writing. Let's talk about writing today. So today I want you to draw a beautiful cat for ma'am and write a single sentence. Will you do that? Okay. When? In any subject time. You can do it in Urdu and English, not in maths. Obviously, if you're going to do in maths, you will write numbers, right? Will you? So if you want to impose something, you will also impose in a very polite manner, in a very, sweet way. Instead of, I want you to draw 3 cats, make them happy. If child is not happy with this decision, how could he make a happy face? So with drawing, you could learn a lot what the child is thinking and what a child is going to be in future. So it's a great circle time. Okay, after this, let's introduce. English will be first. We have a proper name for English. Internationally, we call it communication language and literacy. It's not literacy, it's literacy. During the workshop, I have a 1 point for you all that please download dictionaries in your mobile phones. And there is no shyness to listen it. Okay? Listen all the time, whatever the spelling or the pronunciation is. So after the circle time, you are going to introduce English lesson, your communication skills lesson. And then after the introduction, okay, today we are going to learn letter S. This is letter S. Do you know? Okay. Which letter is this? Do you know that? Okay, it sounds like this. The story, la la la, the song. Okay, who wants to write letter S? Me, everybody will raise hand. Okay, but we can write in groups, okay? It's not going to, we will be coming in turn wise. Clap, clap, clap. Now go to the learning centers. In the groups, wear your ribbons, sit there, play the activity, and 5 children can sit with me. If 10 children are raising hands, do choose 5 and just tell them to, okay, please, I will call you later. Okay, now, this is our worksheet. We are going to write S on it. Would you like to write S? Okay, before that, I want you to practice on sand letter paper. It's for the sensory motor skills, sharpening them. Okay, they've practiced. Wow, now it's your turn. She gonna do that, right? And then you can give them the worksheet, a basket of the colors, give them everything and monitor them. Wow, look at him. Wow, very nice. Showed your work to you. Very good. And while you are making them busy in coloring, just get up, take a round. What is happening in the reading corner? What is happening in the writing corner? And play area. If somebody is fighting or give this toy to me, then politely tell them, sharing is caring. Okay? So please be patient. That's very bad. You are too loud. See, everyone is in the corner. There is no sound. They are writing. They get disturbed when you shout. So please don't do that. Okay? Good boy. But if really a serious case that make that child, you can change the corner. It's okay. But make their rules that if they are wearing blue ribbons, they have to sit in the respective, for example, blue ribbon is for reading corner. So just they have to sit in the reading. And they will change the ribbon after changing the corner. So this is the scenario. Okay, my group children have done the coloring. Wow, everybody done? Good. Clap. Now group children will go to the reading corner, for example. Reading corner will switch to writing. Writing will switch to play. Play will come to me. And they will do the same thing, and then you have a look. After this, again clap. My focus table will go to the reading. Reading will switch to writing. Writing will switch to play, and play will come to me. When all children are in group, will done the worksheet. Okay, tidy up your corners. Let's have a maths lesson. Just this line is enough. No need to shout, "Are you listening?" No. If you're going to train your kids and during orientation days, you don't need to shout then. So now let's come to the corners in detail. In reading corner, a child learn, as I told you about the readers, how they are going to read the book, hold the book. There are manners to holding. It's not like to, they will open like this, and tell them it's very expensive, it's very special, it has a paper material so it can easily torn, so be very careful. We have specific books we have chosen from different libraries, right? So you could get the list and books, so no need to be upset. I have this book here. It's a very good book. See, it's good to place it always in the reading corner for the practicing. But first I will tell my child, oh, this book is very good. You can do like this. Wow, see that? Now you do this. Okay. Oh, okay. From this side, there is one, there is two. Okay. If they are going like in the wrong direction, sorry. If they are making B in the wrong direction, you can even stop them. And it's not like no.
I think they find
Don't say no. Just say, oh, look at one, look at two. It's a clear instructions. Excuse me. So in reading, they will be sitting on the I'm going to show the reading corner in a very easy and relaxed way. It's a party. This is how you get to know how you can have your party times. Okay. This is the play corner. Can you see a big basket with the toys and cushions and relaxing rug? And they are playing it freely. It's a writing corner, or maybe no, it's a maths corner. And this girl has done this activity in the maths corner. Can you see 6 number plus 1? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Like 6 plus 1 is 7. 4 plus 3 is, it's a very good activity. You could see that. It's a group work, as I told you. This is the free play as well. These are focused children. They are working and they are making some buildings. These are making some letter additions sort of work. They are celebrating. Okay. See, first teacher is telling them in a circle time, and then Okay. So now they are doing themselves independently. See? With shapes. This is a maths corner as well. Like you can change the things. It's not like place the same book, every day same book. Change the books as well. You can see that? These are the corner activities. These are the arts activities. Independently, she's drawing a scene. It's a road and home. This grass. Very nice. You could see that all paints are here. And teacher has covered the table with newspaper. And that girl is also wearing a apron. Yes.
Sand letters.
This is the activity time. So teacher is giving their papers and telling them how to do that. She also have one paper. So when she will fold it in half, they will do the same. So copy, copy, copy. It's a play area, I could see. Sitting the portfolio, a rug and cushions with the toys. See that? They have done the reader, is the spaghetti ready? And next day a child bring real spaghettis. So this is also cool style. Okay, here you could see the maths corner. It's a maths material. Sorry, it's not a very clear picture, but you can see that. Shapes, height, sizes, clock, weighing scales as well. Okay, it's the maths material I've shown you, and I think it's done. So yes, it's a very good activity. Well, you could see that child is making a 3-letter words and then writing with letter cutouts. So this is a reading corner. In Urdu time, you could, explain your children to how to read Urdu Qaida. So when you will teach them or train them in a way, there will be no problem for you. See the maths corner with clock, some kind of worksheets. You can place these things in the writing corner like paper, pencil, colors, number cutouts, abacus. And it's up to them what they have to use. See the reading material? So this is all about the introduction of the learning centers. I hope you get a good understanding of it. So this is how the writing corner and maths will be in your classrooms, in lesson schools, and the reading and the play area. And I also told you the group rotation as well. So thank you very much. Hope you understand, and please do write the questions and queries, whatever in your mind, so we will be able to answer you. Thank you very much.
Thank you for joining us.